Farrah Fawcett died. I didn't know her. Michael Jackson died. I knew some of his songs. I always thought he was a great musical genius, visionary, one that will never be found again. But I was never really a fan of his, and not because I didn't like him, not because I chose not to be, I just never became one. Then there's other deaths, but this one hits a little close to home, guys. I attended the Rangers game tonight in Arlington Stadium against Texas Rangers and the Minnesota Twins, which I'll have a video for later. And I'm driving home, and I'm a couple miles from my house, and my girlfriend Andrea gives me a call and says she's got some really bad news for me. Here I'm thinking I just left some stuff over at her place, and then she tells me Walter Cronkite's dead. And I nearly dropped the phone. I can't believe it. The world has just lost truly one of the greatest journalists ever to live. A man whose legacy will never be repeated, and a personal hero of mine. He's one of the reasons I'm doing what I'm doing right now. Attending the University of Oklahoma, majoring in journalism. Him and Peter Jennings and Edward Murrow, the greats, inspired me to do this. To see the kind of positive impact they had on this world and the history they made as just single people. Just telling stories. Telling people what they need to know about the world around them. That's something I wanted to do. It's the most universal cliche this world knows. Everyone wants to help people. Everyone wants to do something that'll help people. Me, I'm too squeamish to be in anywhere like a medical field, and I don't have the backbone to be in the military. I'm sorry. That's why I have such a tremendous amount of respect for anyone who chooses to serve. This is the way I chose I wanted to help people with my life. To inform people. And that's exactly what Walter Cronkite did. He became the most trusted man in America. He covered everything. World War II, the Nuremberg trials, JFK's assassination, Watergate, Vietnam War, everything. And to the OU fans, one of his first jobs was broadcasting University of Oklahoma football games. It's always been a dream of mine to track him down somehow, some way, and have him sign my copy of his autobiography. It's one of my favorite books, and I just can't believe he's dead. Icons like him are people you look to for inspiration, for quiet strength, for maybe even just the drive that makes you believe you could really accomplish something. That you can go out and have that kind of impact on this world. And he did. The way he told the news, the way he handled himself, even influenced the decisions of American presidents. It's one of his legends. After doing a broadcast after the 1968 Tet Offensive during the Vietnam War, when he called it a stalemate on national television. And it's just the legend that President Lyndon B. Johnson at the time said, "If I've lost Cronkite, I've lost the war." And he announced that he wouldn't run for re-election months after that. He was always known as Uncle Walter for the way he was just so accessible and comforting, and the fact that he dedicated his life to helping other people by telling them about their world. And in this time when the media faces such scrutiny and such criticism, such cynicism at that matter, I've seen it. I've had people very close to me flat out tell me all media are liars. And I've worked so hard with my life to try to do what the greats in journalism have done so far. And it always makes me angry when people tell me that. Because yes, there are many, many journalists or journalists in this world that aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. That are giving over to ratings, that are just not informing the people, or not giving enough facts or background, preying upon the semi-informed. But there's many, many others. Some you may not see, that are upholding the principles, that are telling the news like it should be. And we lost one of those men today. It deeply saddens me. I feel like my lungs just sunk into my stomach. Literally. I will say this. Next time you guys who are watching this video think about jabbing fingers at the media, insulting them, tearing them down for some odd unknown reason, think about the people who have dedicated their lives to this work, informing you, denying themselves their own First Amendment rights to protect yours. It's not an easy business. Let me testify to that. And think about what you would even know about the world around you without those to tell you. Just think for a second what would happen if you took the news, everything away, and you had no information about the world around you. What would you do? Just think about that. Now to us younger journalists, we're the next generation. It's up to us to carry on the legacy that the greats have left, that Walter Cronkite has left. I know all this seems self-righteous and dramatic and whatnot, but this has really affected me, and you know, we've got to carry on the torch. We've got to police ourselves. We've got to have integrity, and we've got to tell the news like it is. That's all I got to say about this. I'm just going to keep rambling.